The accessible scammer, the O.C.G. And I'm here playing, you guessed it, The Witcher 3, hopefully not live. Had a lot of streams that go live today. Okay, I think I'm live now. Okay.
This bard's tale begins near White Orchard, with my dear friend Geralt of Rivia seeking his lover of yore, the sorceress Yennefer. She'd eluded him for years, but now seemed just a few steps ahead. After many trials and tribulations, Geralt finally learned that Yen was in nearby Vizima.
Hey, who's watching? I appreciate it.
And they say clothes do not make the man. Does the outfit satisfy the gentleman?
A studded doublet and a sword on my back, that's what would satisfy me. But tough, when in Nilfgaard.
Yes.
It's a saying. So what now? Powder my nose?
No need. The gentleman's complexion is light enough. The gentleman is to stand before the ruler of the North and South. I must confirm that he knows how to bow.
I'm not some boor. I know how to bow.
Please, demonstrate. That, sir, is how you might bow to a whore on a street corner, not to the Emperor of Nilfgaard. Please watch. Leg extended, hand flat, head down, chin to chest. The gentleman will rehearse. Lacking fluidity and grace. But we've learned to expect less of Nordlings. Come with me. The gentleman will address the Emperor only when asked to, and using the appropriate title.
Your arch-magnificency?
I see the gentleman is in the mood for jests. I fear the Emperor might not share his disposition. Your Majesty will suffice. Spoken loudly, clearly, and with respect. Imgrimi et art ketzer. Daifen aden in karn eb marvut. Emir var emreis.
Bow.
At first, when I played this game, I didn't bow, but afterwards, he says he would be the guy, the steward, would get in trouble and be strictly disciplined for it. And he's just a normal guy doing his job, so I'm like, it feels kind of bad.
Your Imperial Majesty.
Arer et do orde.
Welchen Namen? Wat gern verwort? I thought you bowed before no man.
Didn't want to disappoint the Chamberlain. We're friends. Take it you didn't summon me to reminisce about the good old days, so...
Silence. My daughter Cyrilla, she's returned. And she's in danger. The Wild Hunt pursues her. You will find her and bring her to me.
Are you sure? Ciri left. Went far, far away.
Do you believe I drag you here in the middle of a war to discuss a rumor?
I think anyone can be wrong, even an emperor.
I had forgotten how insolent you can be. I haven't the time to convince you, nor the desire, in fact. Yennefer will do that after the audience.
How many men in your army? 20,000? 30? So why me?
You know why. Because she trusts you.
She trusts me, yes. So tell me why you're looking for her. Doubt it's about making up for all those lost years.
For reasons of state, as always. Enough of this banter. You will agree regardless. If for no other reason than because I shall pay you. More than you customarily receive for a contract. Considerably more.
I need information, not motivation. Ciri leaves few tracks. She'll be hard to find.
My corps of spies will help you. Count on them, and my army, should the need arise. Yennefer will tell you the rest. This audience is finished. Mererid! Take him to the sorceress.
Follow me, if the gentleman pleases. Please keep close. There are many honorable guests in the palace, whom the gentleman
Disgusts.
need not bother.
It's past noon.
Calm yourself.
What? Do you know who you're talking to, soldier? I'm Herivard II, Prince of Elanda. Not only am I made to wait here like some
nee.
supplicant.
Raadsliden echt es tun es saur aan nee.
Es ist die Äpfel.
Es maar streken. Yes, hen es queen.
Esse krauti. Him ved reina gat en selfit den garfe. Esse plenten et not matte. En selfit den sikjad. Kasper den velde. Umeda in heron.
Once the gentleman is done, he should see me to retrieve his possessions.
Glen esse. Vandra gat.
Yes, then transcribe. True authority.
Geralt, that tunic. You look positively smashing.
Dying to take it off.
I'd consider that a proposition under different circumstances. One I might even take you up on. But we've matters to attend to. Now do you understand why I'm at Emir's court?
Mm-hmm. And seems we're in the same boat now. Ciri, she's really back? No chance he's mistaken?
Look, that's more or less what she looks like now. Or so our agents claim. Our little witch has grown into a young lady.
How about that? She's grown up.
It's been years since you trained together at Kaer Morhen. A great deal has changed.
You haven't. Not a bit.
I missed those awkward compliments of yours. But let's focus on Ciri, all right?
Right. Emir said the Wild Hunt's after her. I'd find that hard to believe before what happened yesterday. How did they track us down?
Because of me. You see, I've spent months searching for Ciri, using locating spells, haruspicy, geomancy, anything, really. I knew the Wild Hunt might sense it, perhaps even find me, but I thought I'd tricked them.
Well, guess you were wrong.
I've sensed them on my trail, hunting me for some time. If not for you and Emir's soldiers, they'd have gotten what they were after. I can't risk another encounter like that. It's time to put away the magic, turn to more traditional methods. To the best tracker I know. You must find her, Geralt. Before the Wild Hunt does.
The Wild Hunt? What could it want from Ciri?
I've no clue, Geralt. Might have written them to ask, but I don't have their address. I know as much as you do. It must be about her blood. Her gift. As for what the Hunt wishes to do with that gift, I'd prefer not to think about it, really.
So where's Ciri been seen, exactly?
In 2 places. Velen and Novigrad. The trail in Velen is most promising. You should make that your first stop. Ask for a merchant named Hendrik at the inn at the crossroads. One of the Emperor's agents. He should get in touch with you.
That's it? No passwords? Secret handshakes?
None. Sorry to spoil your fun. Your boyhood fantasies about the crafts of the trade. All we have in Novigrad are unconfirmed reports, rumors. But there you will have the help of our mutual acquaintance. Triss Merigold. Apparently she's got a cozy flat on the main square.
Sure she'll be delighted to see me. What about you? What will you do?
I shall sail for Skellige. There was a magic explosion there recently, blew half a forest down. I believe this had something to do with Ciri. I'll be in Caer Trold. Join me there once you've learned something.
One thing before we go. Why didn't you contact me? Didn't need me? Didn't even want to see me?
I didn't want to spoil things. I'd heard you and Triss made a great couple.
Yen, I'd lost my memory.
Really? That's your excuse? Let's drop it, all right? It's not what you think, or it helped me understand how much I love you. I don't wish to hear it. Any of it.
Guess this means we need to split up again. Not my preference, but I understand. Clock's ticking.
It is indeed. So why don't I teleport you to Velen, get you there at once?
Not gonna happen. I'll go on horseback, as soon as I can get changed.
Have it your way? Oh, and you really look quite dashing in black velvet.
Think so? Maybe I can have some of my armor lined with it. Good luck, Yen.
Same to you. And if you wish to learn what's happened in the world while you and Vesemir roamed the wilderness, talk to Ambassador Varatra. That's him over there. And Geralt, I know it's wartime, but try not to be a hero, all right? Just check those leads and come back to me, in one piece. I shall be waiting.
It did really kind of piss me off. She didn't believe Geralt lost his memory. He really did. That wasn't an excuse he made. Thanks.
How might I serve the gentleman?
By returning my things.
citrus and cloves. The fragrance will keep the gentleman's robes fresh somewhat longer.
Thanks, bunches.
The Emperor is not known for his patience. He wants his daughter back safe and sound, as soon as possible.
Yeah, mentioned something of the sort. So long.
Docas.
See you.
Geralt and Yennefer were reunited, but something even more important happened in Vizima. Geralt learned that Cirilla, his one-time ward, had returned from afar, and she was in danger. He was to find her, at the Emperor's command and Yennefer's behest.
The world finally opens up. 5 days later, Velen, Northern Temeria. Yeah, it's also kind of contrasting because Velen is dirty and fucked up. It's literally been ravaged by war. They call it No Man's Land. Whereas Novigrad is all, beautiful. That's Crow's Perch, I believe, over there in the distance. That's the Ball Mountain. And you start you off almost in the middle. Where the fuck is the... Hold on. Where is that? Okay. Hey, baby. Yeah, I can't sit in 30 FPS for too long. Yeah, it's crow's perch, I'm saying. Okay.
Come on, Roach.
Maybe I should send me man to the creek. Might catch something.
Move it.
Full moon soon. Bar your windows tight. I'm studying the door frame. Only I had milk to leave at the doorstep. That'd be sure to keep the door.
Time to end this.
You're that white one.
Then both forces attacked. One from either side.
Let's go.
Yeah, I forgot about the fucking vast battlegrounds.
Run, Roach.
Transit passes at 2 places.
I advise you well. Steer far afield and spit far below. So you're an Aphrodite. Can't do a good trade in the wasteland. Well, second. And don't bow and go there.
On a trace of goose foot, one finds most else.
Well,
What's going on here? Why isn't anyone putting that out?
We want it to burn. Got it?
Piss off, or we'll fry you along with a fucking elf!
There's a third way out of this situation. Pathetic. Run, fast. learn. Not good. What was this about? Why'd they want to burn you alive?
They came to rob me. I refused to betray where I keep my valuables, so they brought in a cart full of firewood, barred me inside, and set fire to the thing.
Probably counting on you being swayed. Though I doubt they would have let you live even if you talked.
I've yet to thank you for your aid, Vatgern. My coin lies concealed in a hollowed-out stump behind the house. Take what you wish. It's dangerous to possess too much in these times.
Thank you. Farewell. Move it!
Oh, fuck.
Not so fast, Roach.
Crawl back under your rock.
You'll choke to death on 3 pounds of steam.
Watch your step.
Good grief. Your foot wrappings reek.
passage.
Halt! No passage.
Case of the plague surface in the city or something?
The plague? No. We're to not let folk in the city. It's an order, so I don't, unless someone's got a pass.
What kind of pass are we talking about?
Well, a normal one. A transit pass.
Who issues them?
How should I know? I'm a lowly soldier.
Who ordered the city gates closed?
Word is the king himself. Doesn't want paupers and refugees pissing all over his beautiful city. Apart from which, when folk can go hither and thither, always a chance some spy will slink through. This way, spies got it harder. So, no pass, no passage.
Farewell.
Yeah, but then I'll tell you you can't do that. Yeah, you can do this. Hold on.
What they say about
Watch your step.
If you see hire a witcher.
The witch hunters defend us from monsters. Are you a witcher?
How will we ever make Whitford? Deserted and abandoned.
Feisty, eh?
I'd have sailed back to...
Everyone to me! To me! You'll choke to death on 3 pounds of steel.
A dangerous guild, you will.
Feisty, eh?
Teams watch, I appreciate you.
Something slimy out here.
You'll choke to death on 3 pounds of steel.
Why have I not got a single fucking marker? This you're gonna see the biggest change. You know what, actually, hold on. No, wrong. Wrong area, Barbers is over here.
Long live
Greetings, Master. What can I do for you?
Got a razor and shears? Good. Make me look decent. There we go. So long.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe Ninka dabbled in witchcraft. Such a nice old man.
Crawl back on the
There we go.
rock.
That milk.
You hear her wailing yesterday.
Well, the witches.
The sooner our lads beat the black ones.
And it's funny because both modes use a dynamic resolution, ray tracing, and performance, but the ray tracing is so demanding that it actually has a lower resolution than performance mode. One of the only times you'll see the performance mode have a higher resolution. So honestly, it runs at 30 FPS and it's got a low resolution. I just can't.
Long live the king.
No bread, no coin, poor as shite. What are you looking at?
You have to wait until later on to explore Oxford Academy as part of Hearts of Stone.
Fuck.
Well, which you know what they say about you lot? If you seek justice,
The mark, the dangerous gift.
And another marker. First thing I do when I get to the maps is just go around getting treasure. Or not treasure, I'm sorry, marker boards. They pick up the quests and give you the icons. That's what I like to do, so. Even if it's like I have to run in a region that's kind of out of my depth level-wise. And it gives me fast start icons for later, so. Thank you for watching, I really appreciate you. And if you like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be amazing. Costs you nothing, makes my day. Do it! Lindenvale. Most of the shit you're gonna find in Velen is gonna be run down, though. The whole point of Velen is that it has been fucked up by war, like really bad. Like they call it no man's land, so that's, you know, part of it. Once you have quests, you can do it whenever. And it opens up the markers on your map and shows you the question marks, so always try to do them.
Went to the forest for brushwood yesterday.
Let's go, Roach! Although Velen is okay. Velen's not my favorite. I do like some parts of Velen. I mean, okay, I understand the whole point of Velen is to show how bad the war is, because in Witcher 2 they were talking about the war. So in Witcher 3 you see this part of the world has been absolutely fucking devastated by war. But it still makes it kind of not appealing to look at. It's all dingy, grimy, and dirty. It's not until you get, like, up here into Novigrad in this city that it's like, oh wow, that's really pretty. Which is the point. This part of the map is supposed to be the part that's untouched by war. But, you know, for me, it's Skellige. The Celtic and Nordic inspirations. The fucking snowy topped mountain, like the snow-topped mountains. God, I love Skellige so much. And then, of course, Toussaint in the DLC, but obviously it's DLC. There is cool parts to Velen, though. Okay? When you get down here in the south and you get into the bog, looks really fucking cool. At the time, the bog fucking murdered PCs and console frame rates because it had super duper grass, tons of volumetric fog and mist, and it was just, you know, one of the harshest spots in the game. Now it runs pretty much no problem. And then you have Vike Isle, it's all cursed and haunted. So when they really lean into, like, the fucked up nature of it, it's fine. But man, Skellige is just the best. Oh yeah, I know for sure. I mean, in all fairness, this game was an entire console generation ahead of Skyrim, but I get what you mean.
Run, Roach.
And the PS5 version of Witcher 3, or, well, next gen, they put a lot of fucking time into. Like, a lot. Ah, shit.
Move it.
It took them ages to come out with the next-gen version of Witcher 3 that you're seeing here. They announced it before PS5 and Series X even launched. They announced it before PS5 even launched. And it took like 2 years to come out. I think it came out December of 2022, so almost 3 years. And, but this is one of the best fucking next-gen upgrades ever. They took forever, but they really did it. Witcher 3 was always a beautiful game, but on PS5 and Series X, they kicked it up a huge fucking notch. Like a shocking amount. They completely redid all the foliage on next gen, rebuilt it from scratch, which, you know, in a game where a lot of it's in the wilderness, that's important. They redid all the textures from scratch. They redid the skybox. They dramatically tweaked and improved the lighting. Dramatically improved the draw distance. So when you take into account the much better lighting, the much better foliage, the much better textures, the much better draw distance, already it would be a win, but then they made a shit ton of game improvements as well.
Come on, Roach.
I'm not even supposed to be in this part of the world. I just, I usually go to all the quest boards and get all of them as much as I can. So it fills out the map. And it gives me markers, so. And you can either go 60 or go 30 with ray tracing. It's fun to switch on, but honestly, I'm not a big fan of 30 FPS, so I only turn it on to fuck with it. Having ray tracing is just not for me. But, like, you can kind of see what I mean. The foliage in the next-gen version is fucking ridiculous. Yeah, I don't almost never play with ray tracing. I always go for 60. But like here, for example, this place already looked great, but on next gen, on PS5, this foliage, it's fucking ridiculous. I mean, this is so tall you can't even hardly see fucking Geralt, and thick with volumetric fog. I mean, fuck. They took an already gorgeous game and they made it look even better. I mean, they really put a lot of time into this next-gen version. They, besides just the graphical overhauls and the virtually eliminating all load times, SSD, they fucking added a new close-up camera angle that you can have that you see them using where it's behind the back. You don't have to play with it on. Or you can tweak it. You can have the camera be close to the back when you're running around, or pan out for horseback in combat. So I have it be close to the back when I'm running around, but when I get a horse, the camera pans out. I love having that tweaks. You can now sprint with the left stick instead of having to hold circle. You can just click the left stick, and sprinting no longer takes up stamina, which is great considering how much running around you're going to do in this game. You can now have an alternate way to cast signs before you have to hold open the menu, move the thing, swap. Now you literally can have it so you hold the right trigger, and then each sign is assigned to a button. So you can switch signs and cast multiple ones instantly. They tweaked the leveling and overhauled it so that you don't have to spend as many points, and you can get to the good skills faster. They rebalanced like crossbows and shit. They made it so you can fall farther without dying, because in the original game, you could die from falling a laughably short distance. So they didn't just like upgrade the graphics, which they did, like noticeably. They also considerably tweaked the game and added all kinds of cool shit, and even added some new stuff. They added 3 new sets of armor. One is actually Geralt's outfit from the show. Another one's an elven one. That's really cool. So when you take into account all of the graphical upgrades, all of the gameplay tweaks and overhauls, the new content, this was a fucking substantial next-gen version, one of the best out there, and it's free. You know, which once again shows why I fucking love CD Projekt Red, because they easily could have charged for this with the massive overhaul that this is. I shouldn't even be here. Like I said, whenever I enter a new region, I just go and get all the quest boards. So I have all the stuff marked off on my map, and I can work my way through it. So I just fucking, I just book it to the quest markers. I try to avoid all the enemies.
Giddy up.
But yeah, you know, when I first played it, everybody loves Skyrim. Of course, I love Skyrim as much as the next guy. But when this game came out, it felt like a sea change. Because when Skyrim came out, it was the RPG to beat. It was set the pinnacle for our open world RPGs. And everyone was looking for, oh, is it going to match up to Skyrim? But I feel like when The Witcher 3 came out, it became, is it going to live up to Witcher 3? It became the new fucking standard. It, like, up until this point, you could see that, like, the CD Projekt Red was competing with Bethesda. I feel like at this point, it became the other way around. It was such, like I said, it was such a fucking, this game was a landmark moment of gaming. And me and my fucking friend, man, we almost came to blows over this game today. He said that he thought The Witcher 3 was one of the worst games he'd ever played. And I'm like, are you fucking high? Even if you can say you don't like Witcher 3, I don't think anyone's gonna say it's one of the worst games ever. Or like he didn't even play that far, and he's like, oh, I thought this game's world was super padded. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit. I'm like, one of the main reasons why people love this game so much is this game's world is not padded at all. Okay, yeah. I can't get to those quest boards yet. Obviously, because... now. See, the load times are just almost fucking instant. It's awesome. Oh man, I used to have the PS4 theme of The Witcher 3, and it would play this theme on the menu screen. Yeah. Like I said, this game is not, like, padded at all to me, man. Like, every single quest in this game felt great. If anything, I would say this game is, like, the golden fucking standard for side quests and RPGs. All the side quests in this game are fucking great. It's not like... And typically, when you play a game, you can generally tell, okay, here's the main quests that are big budget, and then the side quests feel considerably less budget. That is not The Witcher 3. Yeah. You just want to get in this world. Yeah, it's that good.
Step away. Chaplain's praying.
That's what I'm saying, like, this game's world is not padded at all. My friend really kind of pissed me off. And he didn't even really play that far into the game, and I'm like, okay, so it doesn't even really feel fair for you to judge. It's a fucking RPG. The thing about RPGs is that it takes a while for them to get going. They're not a fucking action game or a shooter where you expect to hop in and 20 minutes later.
Siren over there!
Faster.
I'll not give her up, not on me life.
They hear her squealing. They'll tell us to take her all the same.
So I'll slaughter her myself.
Like I said, I'm just trying to quickly travel to the quest boards, get them, that way I know what quests are available and I have the map marked out. Just makes it more manageable. I can see what level each quest is and work my way up the list. Just like usually when I play an Assassin's Creed game, the first thing I do when I get to a region is do all the viewpoints first, and then make my way to the quest.
Come on, Roach.
Well, do all the viewpoints I can do at that time. Oh.
Come on.
Oh, hey, how's it going, man? It's good to see you, man. I figured you'd be asleep by now. Well, I mean, I'm not saying like a bad thing. I really do love this game, though. God, I put... I mean, obviously that would be cool. I just don't think we're there yet. It's hard enough to craft a game with a bunch of handcrafted storylines. Maybe one day. Especially with AI being what it is. That's about one of the great things about AI. But, you know, there's never saying it's not there, or maybe one day it will be.
Quite the work my man's got, eh? Not half bad.
And then me and my friend, we were getting into a debate because he was trying to say that all side content is technically filler, and I'm like, you are fucking high. Okay? No. Okay? Like, I keep telling myself, I'm not gonna get fucking upset. I'm just like, okay, filler is not just not automatically mean side quest, bro. Filler is literally described for stuff that's cheap, easy padding. Okay, like get 1,000 collectibles. That's filler. To say that side quests in a game are automatically filler, no, man, I disagree.
Little prick.
Ah, fuck, they won't let me get the quest board. Oh, well, I'll have to come back here later. Like I said, I'm just trying to go around the region and get the quest boards so I can see what quests there are and work my way through it, as well as the fact that I can, it shows you, like, markers for the areas.
Hunger's turned this one pale.
Like I said, okay, I can like filler is not just automatically any fucking side quest in a game. It has to be a particular type of filler. Like I just writing off all side content as filler just doesn't sit right with me. I mean, he's entitled to his opinion, but sometimes somebody says something and it's just like, really? Really? Like, I understand you're entitled to your opinions. Like, that really bothers me that you would say that, though.
Let's go.
Like I said, I fucking love this game. So him saying he thought The Witcher 3 is one of the worst games he's ever played. I'm like, have you played a really bad game? Because when you say that, I kind of feel like you haven't. I can understand you saying Witcher 3 is not your cup of tea, but to say this game is one of the worst ever, I really disagree. Like, I really disagree. Troll Bridge, no, I'm gonna have to do that later. That's right, there's a fucking, yeah. They want to be bitches about the bridge. Oh well. He's entitled to his opinion. I just can't, like, I can see somebody saying, well, this game's not to my taste. I don't like RPGs, or, you know, yada yada yada. But for somebody to say this is bad or the worst ever, yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's a great point, okay? There are tons of games where the main quest is filler. Okay? Or, like, if, for example, people assume that because a game is long, that's automatically filler. Okay? It's not. It's how you use the length. Like, for real. I played games that were super short and had filler in them, and I've played games that are super long that didn't feel padded at all, okay? Red Dead Redemption 2 took me 75 hours to beat the main story of Red Dead Redemption 2. I fucking loved every minute of it. There's not a single quest in Red Dead Redemption 2 where I thought this is a bad quest. Every single main quest in that game I fucking enjoyed. Start to finish, 75 hours. Did not 1 second think, man, I wish this was over. By the end of that, I was like, fuck, it's over. I can't believe it's over. Fuck. Witcher 3, put 200 hours in the game. Wished there was more. Did all the DLC. Still was like, man, I would kill for some more Witcher 3. 200 hours, still felt like it wasn't enough because it's so fucking good. Assassin's Creed Origins. I basically did everything there was to do in Assassin's Creed Origins. I'm like 3 things short of the Platinum Trophy. And I will go back and get it, okay? Because I'm seriously missing like 2 things. Did like every location in the fucking game. I'm missing some silica for the last tomb. and I just didn't, you know, I have to go to checklist to find out where I missed the silica, because they don't tell you where the silica is. So I'm like, fuck. Loved it. Like, it's what you do with it. Yeah, oh, that's great, man. Yeah, exactly. Good, look this way. Good, look this way. Odyssey and Origins are both fucking great. I like Valhalla too. I don't like Valhalla as much as Origins or Odyssey, but I still love Valhalla. People saying Valhalla shit, I disagree. Like I said, it's what you do with the length. I played plenty of games that are short, and they're like, oh, this is blatant padding. And then I played plenty of games that were long, and I'm like, man, I'm in love with this game. So, you know. My friend doesn't really like RPGs though, and that kind of irks me. RPGs are like my favorite genre of game, by far. I love me a good RPG, man. I play games because of the escape factor, the feeling of being in another world, of doing things I could never do in real life, and RPGs let you live in another world. You know what I mean? I want to fucking immerse myself, so I adore a good RPG. I like all kinds of games, honestly, but I'd have to say RPGs are probably my favorite genre overall. And then my friend was like, he's just like, I don't like padded out games, or games with like really big maps. And then he's telling me how much he loves Black Flag. I'm like, what? I'm like, you know how fucking padded out Black Flag is? You know how much of that is just sailing the open seas? I think like that still has the biggest map of any Assassin's Creed game in terms of sheer map size, due to just the vast stretches of ocean in that game. I'm like, when you say shit like that, how am I supposed to take you seriously? Like, do you know how much stuff in Black Flag is just like fucking padding and filler, man? Oh, an empty island where I can do some iguana hunting. Yay. I also, okay, hot take here, okay? Everybody wants to suck Black Flag's dick. And I'm not going to say Black Flag is a bad game. I am going to say it is a bad Assassin's Creed game, okay? It never should have been a mainline Assassin's Creed. They should have called it fucking Pirates Creed. It should have been a spinoff. It does not belong in the main series, okay? It has barely any ties to any other Assassin's Creed game. You spend the majority of your time doing pirate shit that's unrelated to assassin stuff. Most of the time spent sailing the open seas. They didn't plan on having Black Flag in the series, by the way. Okay? They literally made sailing for Assassin's Creed 3, because, you know, there were several battles in the Revolutionary War that were naval. And the execs at Ubisoft saw pirates were popular, saw the sailing, and said, make this into a game, okay? So it was never even planned to be an Assassin's Creed game. Ubisoft executives literally came to them and said, make a pirate game. They didn't say make an Assassin's Creed game, make a pirate game, okay? And you can literally fucking ignore Black Flag and not miss anything in the main series. Okay? So, like I said, I like Black Flag. It does not feel like an Assassin's Creed game. It feels like it should have been a fucking spinoff. And it's especially gets in my craw because they put a 4, like this is the next main game. And whenever I talk to somebody, right? Whenever I talk to somebody about a Black Flag, and they like Black Flag, it's usually because they like pirates. And it's fine. It's fine for you to like pirates. But I'm saying it didn't feel like it belonged in the main game series. It really didn't. Okay? And on top of which, it just, I don't know, man. You know, and I sound like I'm shitting on the game. I like Black Flag. It just wasn't, in my opinion, a proper Assassin's Creed game. It felt like they made it as a pirate game first and foremost, and then Assassin's Creed stuff was added in after the fact. And that's fine, but let's call a spade a spade. And I, like, when people tell me that Black Flag is their favorite Assassin's Creed, I'm like, are you really an Assassin's Creed fan, or do you like pirates, okay? And if you like pirates, that's good for me. But when you tell me that your favorite game in the series is the only one that's not really an Assassin's Creed game, I have to wonder, are you really a fan? It's like, if there was a series of games that were shooters, and you tell me that your favorite game in the series is the one game that's a puzzle game, it's like, are you a fan of puzzles? Are you just a fan of puzzles? Okay? And usually, when somebody says Black Flag is their favorite game in the series, they're like, well, I really like pirates. I'm like, okay, so you're a fan of pirate games, not Assassin's Creed. And that's fine, but let's keep it real. Okay? And when I say that, people are like, oh, you're saying I'm not a real fan? No, I'm trying to say, dude, okay, you like the fucking game that's, like, not a proper Assassin's Creed game. And usually it's right. People like it because it's pirates. Call it spade a spade, dude. There's nothing wrong with that, but be honest. If that makes any sense. I mean, if you like it because it's a pirate game and you like pirates, fucking more power to you. Just, you know, like, be upfront about it. It's like, okay, here's an example. I really like Star Fox Adventures. I think it's a fucking awesome game, super underrated. One of my favorite games, okay? Yeah, that's fair. Well, see, even then, dude, they still felt like proper Assassin's Creed games. To me. You're still climbing up buildings, assassinating people, and the sailing in Odyssey, is still used as like a mode of transit, okay? You don't spend half the game in ship battles in Odyssey, okay? You can go around getting in ship battles. It's not the focus of the game. In Black Flag, it's like the focus of the game. There's a difference, okay? Okay, so back to my point. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. I fucking love Star Fox Adventures. Okay? One of my all-time favorite games. I'm not big on flying games, though. Okay? So, when it comes to every other Star Fox game, I'm like, eh. Okay? So, would you call me a Star Fox fan? No. You would call me an adventure game fan, a Zelda fan, okay? My favorite game in the series is basically, I mean, it's not basically, it's a spin-off, okay? But in Star Fox Adventures' case, nobody had a problem with it because it clearly lists itself as a spin-off. Star Fox Adventures. It has a different name. You've seen the title. They didn't come out and say, this is the next main Star Fox game, and then it's no plane riding, okay? If they had called Star Fox Adventures the next main Star Fox game, people would have gotten fucking pissed because it's a spin-off, okay? That is how I feel about Black Flag. It should not have been called Assassin's Creed 4. Okay? And on top of that, everybody wants to make fun of the modern day sequences. And everybody wants to shit-can Desmond. I like Desmond, but that's besides the point, okay? But the fucking shit, the modern day in Black Flag, is so fucking bad. Great. I get to walk around in first person with a fucking tablet and listen to all these shitty meta jokes. Okay? At least with Desmond, you actually got to do shit. This is just like a weird inside joke where they're like laughing at the camera, and I'm going around with the tablet. It's so bad. Like, even if you don't like Desmond, at least he got to do shit, man. By the time we got Assassin's Creed 3, Desmond was going on adventures around the world and actually doing cool stuff.
Not looking good.
Now we're reduced to walking around a fucking... Basically, we're walking around Ubisoft offices. What the fuck? And it's like, they think they're being clever. You're not, okay? All right, let me see. Yeah. Yeah, now I can get back on the main quest. Now I get all the map boards I could for a while. That being said, is there a shop in this town? Because I'm almost on my weight limit. I need to drop some shit.
Then both forces attacked, one from either side.
Cavalry. I'm trying to phrase it in a way that's I'm not shitting on people for liking Black Flag, okay? I like Black Flag. I'm just saying, like, I don't consider it a proper Assassin's Creed game. Its ties to the other games in the series are tangential at best. It was never even designed to be an Assassin's Creed game. It was literally pitched as a pirate game. You wanted a pirate game? We made a pirate game. So it wasn't like, well, let's make an Assassin's Creed game that has piracy in it. It was, let's make a pirate game, and then at the end they're like, well, let's throw in some connections to other games in the series. Like, it literally was never even meant to be an Assassin's Creed game. They just saw the sailing in Assassin's Creed 3 and thought, you know what? We already have sailing, and pirates are really big now, so make a game. It was always meant to be a pirate game. The Assassin's Creed shit was literally incidental to the developers. So, even the developers, it wasn't properly designed as a fucking Assassin's Creed game. Even for the people who made it, the Assassin's Creed part was an afterthought.
Giddy up.
Oh shit, I leveled up. And you know, okay, so here's a good example. I'm not sure if you've ever played Assassin's Creed Rogue. If you haven't played Assassin's Creed Rogue, I would recommend that you play Rogue, because I really love Rogue. Rogue had sailing. Rogue had a lot of the stuff that Black Flag did, okay? But you could tell that it was an Assassin's Creed game first, and the pirate shit was second. It felt like an Assassin's Creed game. The connections to the other games in the series didn't feel like an afterthought. It felt like it was built to be an Assassin's Creed game, okay? So even if it had some sailing, some piracy, wasn't the focus of the game. The assassin shit was. Rogue is what I wanted Black Flag to be. Before I start getting into the side quests, I'm just going to continue the main quest for a little bit so I can unlock Crow's Perch. You can't go fully into Crow's Perch and get the quest board until after you unlocked it through this quest, so...
Looking for a man. Goes by Hendrik.
What do you want with him?
Want to talk to him.
What about?
Give me a bottle of something strong.
You gotta go. I'll open the back way for you.
Got company. Who is it?
Innkeep, vodka. Who's this?
Brave warrior, looks like. Got 2 swords, see?
Oi, great boy. What's the point of having two swords?
Fucking ignorant peasants, man.
Wonder if he keeps an extra prick in his trousers too.
You fucking deaf? Gonna say who you are? Or do I need to loosen your tongue with me knife?
I'm a witcher. Heard you wondering about my swords. Well, one's for monsters, the other for humans. Only got one prick, though, in case you're wondering about that, too.
Don't touch him. Don't even look at him. Worse than lepers, that lot.
Saw one in action once. Killed a half dozen. Blood everywhere. Freak didn't even show a drop of sweat.
Got the stench of corpses on him.
If you want a rest, come with me. Or the bench you can use.
I step in the hut, and there's the bumpkin with what looks like his son. That's on the pretty side, I think, of himself.
Thanks for not starting a row with those swine.
I don't generally poke my nose in other people's business.
Looking to stay the night?
No.
I'm looking for Hendrik.
Man lives in Heatherton.
Don't know where that is.
Other side of the hill. Looked that away this morning, saw a strange glow. Imperials on the raid, perhaps. But who knows?
Anything else you can tell me about Hendrik?
Odd fellow. Arrived from who knows where and for no apparent reason. Shacked up with a widow whose husband was stabbed for a scrap of bread.
Baron's men don't like strangers.
Aye, he stays out of their way. Always seems to know when they're coming. Always manages to disappear.
Thanks, Innkeep.
Big shoes out in. Them's lights. That's that everything? Is that all you got? It's all.
I do love the fucking... You get to Heatherton, man, and the Wild Hunt is just totally frozen the town. And this happened days ago, and the town is still fucking frozen. It's just perpetual ice.
Air's strange, like dropping into a deep cellar on a hot day. And the mist.
Time to end this. Be gone! Leave me be, whoever you is! Get away!
Calm down. It's over.
These aren't the droids you're looking for. Where is my daughter?
Aye, it's over. All's past, never to be restored.
Honestly, like, what is he even doing there? I get the fuck out of there, man. You couldn't pay me to stay in the town if this shit happened.
Looking for a man named Hendrik, supposed to live in this village.
Aye, he did. No longer. They nabbed him in that hut. If you'd have heard the cries, sir. If you'd have heard how a man can scream, how he can suffer.
Tell me what happened here, step by step.
They took him. Took him all. The sun was waning, see? And the dusk went crimson like blood. Thought to myself, strange. The toads. I cannot hear them.
Imagine it being in the middle of summer, man. And you look out to your side, your fucking door, and it's winter. You're like, what the fuck? I mean, that's a pure, like, shit your pants level of terror.
I know not what happened there, save terror through and through. Hendrik screamed. Then he begged. By the end, he could do naught but moan. Weren't here long, the terrors. Yet the village froze like in the heart of winter.
You in that hut when they rode off?
No, and I'll not set foot there. Never.
Farewell, and peace of mind to you. Great. Tortured him. Maybe they missed something. Should check his boots. Blood, congealed. Key hidden in his boot. Gotta fit a keyhole. Somewhere nearby, hopefully.
Yep, all that fucking torturing, all that pain, all that bloodshed, and they just had to check his fucking boot. They're super clever.
There's a draft. Gotta be a space under this rubble. Guess I should do some cleaning. Valuables left unlocked, on display, almost. Lost his mind, or... Interesting. Ledger. Payment for a sack of grain. Amount due for a charcoal shipment. Hendrik was masquerading as a merchant. What's this? Notes among the ledger entries. Clever. Interesting headings. Missing and wanted. Subject appeared in Skellige. Also sighted in Novigrad. Appearance unchanged. Ashen hair, scar on her face. Avoids contact with others. Drunken swine. So-called Baron hosted subject at his castle. Or should I say, illegally appropriated fort. Reason unknown. Talked to Baron at Crow's Perch. Clashed with a witch. Subject landed in swamp. Encountered a witch. Conflict ensued. Cause unknown. Find the witch. Talk to the peasantry. Village of Midcopse. Caution advised. I'm being observed. Don't know by whom or why. Unsettling signs. Dog ran off. Water in bucket froze solid. Strange glow observed in the sky. Ill omen, peasants say.
Yeah, I kind of wish he had taken it more seriously and got the fuck out of there. Probably would have lived.
Somehow they learned Hendrik was looking for Ciri, thus the torture. I'm too late. My only leads, the Baron and some witch. Damn.
Fuck it.
Scope in the horse son's eyes! As a bunch, lads! Good! Oh, you're fucked. Witchcraft!
Lost your nerve?
Go for the horse son's eyes! Let's cast the curses. Thanks! Piss off, or you still got legs. Huh?
Fuck. Yeah. I need to get rid of some shit. I need to drop.
Go, go.
Well, it's a better sword, so.
Quite the work my man's got, eh? Not half bad. Brought him a bucket of helium yesterday. Feasibly out.
Just in a trade. He raised tribute for him.
Doesn't matter where the grub's from. Mounts Mole's fault.
Halt!
Baron home?
Depends who's asking.
A witcher. Want to talk to him?
And I want to plough the lovely Queen Cero.
Seen this man before.
inn at the crossroads. You was there not so long ago. Thought you were supposed to go your separate way, nice and all.
It led me here. Gotta talk to the Baron.
Oh, aye? What about?
Something important. His ears only.
Fine. Lodrin, let him in. If he makes any trouble, well, we outnumber him.
Open the gate.
Open the gate.
Ardle, Witcher, to see the Baron. Don't want no disturbances. That clear?
What do you think? Guard called you a sergeant. You a Temerian soldier?
Not your concern, mate.
Deserter?
Temerian army don't exist, no.
So what are you all doing here?
Had a choice after the Black Ones thrashed us. Let it lie and try to lead normal lives, or continue to resist, join the guerrillas and fight for our beloved Temeria till death do us part. We chose the former.
And the Baron your commander?
Yeah. Commander.
I love the Bloody Baron, and he's such a great character.
Emphysema. Now those were balls. Attended a few, me and my Annie. Oh, how we danced, how we twirled.
Ooh!
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey!
Enough. I don't care how you do it, but the deliveries must be weekly.
Won't you stay for tea?
No. Besides, you've another guest.
Look at that. Didn't even stay for tea. In spite of all that blabbering about how cultured the nation is.
Rumors rarely find confirmation in reality, especially the ones about foreigners.
Right you are. I know who you are. Believe I also know why you've come. We'll talk inside.
He's such a complex, multifaceted character that is flawed and also a great person at the same time. Like, he's just well written.
The bloody vodka. Ah, there it is. A snifter.
They do a great job of making you hate him and like him in equal measures, which is just really hard to accomplish.
Why not?
Ha! A man after my own heart. With Foltest dead and Natalis whereabouts unknown. Bloody hell. Who's a loyal Temerian to drink to these days?
Himself and his company?
Good enough.
Nostrovia!
To the matter at hand. I'm Philip Strenger. Now the Blobtits round here call me the Bloody Baron.
Geralt of Rivia. Blobtits call me the Butcher of Blaviken.
I said already, I know who you are. Truth be told, it's the only reason we're talking. How do you like it here in Velen?
I don't. Swamps, bogs, marshes everywhere.
Exactly. Someone loses their way around here, he becomes damn hard to find.
What are you getting at?
Many have lost loved ones here. Some their wives, others their daughters.
Get to the point already.
Ciri, that's why you've come, isn't it?
So she was here.
She showed up some time ago. Exhausted, wounded, and stinking like a soaked hound after a hard hunt. Later, I learned she'd come from the swamp.
Yeah, it's the first time you get to play as Ciri. I know there are people... There's some people who want you to play as Ciri in Witcher 4, and I'm like, no! Ciri is cool and all, okay? I don't come to the fucking Witcher, though, to play somebody who's not a Witcher. Stop doing that. Like, there's this odd trend of replacing leads of franchises. Let's have a Witcher game where you don't play Witcher. Let's have, it's dumb, okay? Nobody wants to play a fucking non-Witcher in The Witcher.
We've reached the village.
They want to play fucking Geralt. I like Ciri as a character, but she should never be the lead.
That was close. I must leave this place.
You can calm down.
I love this little girl. She's cool. And I love how you can actually find her and talk to her as Geralt afterwards. It's just kind of cool.
Hello there. Are you lost?
A little, I guess. Are you?
Yes. Though also just a little.
Does that mean you know which way to go?
Not quite. Not yet. But I'm sure we'll find the way if we set off together.
What happened to you?
This? It's nothing. How did you wind up here?
My father brought me. Told me to follow the trail of treats and eat my fill. He said he would wait. So I started down the trail. Then I saw a butterfly, and I ran to catch it, and I lost my way.
Your father, why did he have you follow the trail of treats? Do you know?
Because we had nap to break our fast with.
I don't understand.
I was naughty. Broke a jug. Spilled all our milk.
Your parents must have been angry.
Mother said I should be spanked, but Father said wouldn't do no good. Too many mouths to feed anyway. Sending me down the trail of treats, that would solve things.
You and your father.
Okay, and this, allow me to go on a little bit of a tangent here. Okay, there are people who, have, so many kids, and this is in real life, okay? And they're just like, I'm so overwhelmed. Then why did you have that many fucking kids, Susan, okay? You're a single mom with 8 kids. Yeah, you're gonna be overwhelmed. I'm sorry. But, at a certain point, it's like, these are the choices that you made that led you to this place. Okay? I have some sympathy for you, but it's like, at a certain point, start telling them to pull out. Okay? Once, twice. All right, when you have multiple different kids with multiple different dads, maybe it's time to start looking at the life choices. We all make mistakes. The good ones learn from them, Okay? And there are people who have children knowing they can't take care of them. I'm 28. I just turned 28 earlier this month. I don't have any children, and I want children, but I am not in a financial situation where I can afford to have a kid. So I'm not going to have a kid until I'm in a financial situation, because to have a kid when I could not afford to take care of it would just be irresponsible. And yet there are women who have no money, who have no aspirations, who have no financial situation. Oh yeah, I'll have 5 kids. What's the worst that can happen? You overburdened and they go hungry. That's what could happen. I've seen it way too many times. I knew this one chick, and I swear to God, okay, she was 27. So she is younger than I am now. She had 8 fucking kids. And she had them all from different fathers, okay? She had her first kid when she was 13. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay? I'm trying hard not to judge you, man. But it's like, at a certain point, when do you, like, you should have stepped aside and thought, maybe I need to make better decisions. Okay? Because obviously, rolling around fucking muff first is not doing me any favors.
When did you leave home?
This morning.
And did the sun warm your face? Or
Sorry. Don't have kids if you can't afford to take care of them. Otherwise, you're just being an asshole. If you know you can't afford to have them, don't. And I'm not talking about like an accidental pregnancy. I'm like, they are people who fully plan to have kids, knowing they don't have any fucking income coming in. Just a bad idea. Don't do it.
It warmed my back.
So we must go east. Come, I'll walk you home. And explain to your parents that they must not lose their children in the woods.
We can't go home because of the Wolf King and his pack.
No kings among wolves.
These have one.
And you've seen him?
Yes. I mean, no. From behind a tree. He was huge, with giant eyes and great fangs, and he was terribly, disgustingly horrific.
See what I've got on my back? Wolves fear it. Kings do too. Come, I'll help you up.
It also kind of sucks because when you first start playing Ciri, she's kind of underpowered. She gets better later on, but at first she feels woefully under-equipped compared to Geralt.
You can come out now.
My, you're brave. My father can even do that.
Mine could do a lot more. Come.
Look! There's something there.
Yeah, that's not something you should be looking at.
Don't come any closer.
But...
No buts, stay here. I must see something. Bloodshot, but still moist. He died recently. Lips parted and bloated. Bit clear through his tongue. Immense pain before death. His chest is crushed. Ribs probably pierced his lungs. Something picked him up and threw him against the tree. Something tore his leg off. No, gnawed it off.
Ew, that's horrible!
Stay there, and look away. What's this? Marrow's missing. Interesting. Let's see. His liver's gone.
Why are you digging through his belly?
Would you mind making certain your laces are tied? The Wolf King's no fantasy, it seems. Except he's a werewolf.
What happened to him?
He had a fall.
I bet. The Wolf King got him.
When did children get so smart?
What'll we do when the Wolf King finds us?
Good question. I've no silver, but I can make a blade oil.
Oil? You mean like we make from rapeseed?
No, a far more special oil. Of dog tallow, wolf's bane, fool's parsley, and wolf's liver. The Wolf King will feel terrible, terrible pain.
You're smart. How do you know these things? Did your father teach you?
Not my father. My uncle. Uncle Vesemir.
Yeah, you don't have to collect this stuff, but you want to. It makes it a lot easier down the line. Come on. I just need one more fucking plant. Where is it? There we go.
All right, I have everything. Now for a spot where I can build a fire and brew the oil in peace.
I know there's this chick.
What are you doing?
She actually did a very good job. She did a cosplay of Ciri, and it was like an ASMR video, and she actually like showed the brewing of the potions and shit. And okay, like I was really impressed too. I like ASMR, but I don't watch a lot of female ASMRs because a lot of the time it's just hot women doing hot things and dudes fapping to it, and that's fine. But that's not what I'm down for. I'll just go to the hub. So a lot of the time when you see them doing costumes, just kind of like a sex thing, she actually got like fully dressed up in Ciri cosplay. Like she made it herself look really good, and she actually showed how they made the potions. Like she actually made them, like carving off the scratchings, putting the plant ingredients, and she actually used the real ingredients that they used in the fucking Witcher. So this is somebody who clearly did her fucking research, okay? So obviously, I understand, she's attractive, she looks like that, but I had to commend the effort because she could have just dressed up in a skimpy outfit and called it a day, and she actually fucking gathered tallow, wolfsbane, and actually fucking had like an alchemy kit that she cobbled together. Super high effort.
Greasing my blade. There. See just how effective Uncle Vesemir's formulae are.
And I'm sure most dudes were watching just a fap to her, but I have to, I have to commend her going the extra effort and knowing her fucking shit. Okay? Anybody can look up a thing of Ciri and model her dress after her, okay? It takes a lot more dedication to learn, oh, this is what they make this potion with, and then find that shit and then properly make it.
You can come out!
He cut him up bad! The Wolf King will...
Do parents often send their children out to follow the sweets?
Sometimes they send their children, sometimes they go themselves.
Do they return?
No. Why would they? They've plenty to eat where the path ends.
Spoiler alert, they wind up getting eaten by the witches. So, no, they're not doing much of anything.
This way. Through the
Well, best case scenario, they wind up getting eaten by the witches. Worst case scenario, they wind up being their thralls and forced to do all kinds of shit in their service.
You lead.
So, Ciri, just by being here, saved this girl from a really fucked up fate. Not that her parents even gave a shit.
Afraid?
Are you?
No.
Then I'm not either.
What?
The Wolf King, now do you believe me?
I do. Hide!
Sup? Trying to block him. Oh snap! Fucked his arm up. How you like me now, Mr. Wolf?
Boy, you really give him a drubbing. Never seen anything like it.
Girl, you can come out now. Come on. You're lucky we came this way. Found someone far less fortunate in the forest.
Must be. We was returning from Midcops when the brute attacked. I managed to flee, but Yaren...
The little one. No details. You have bandages at home? Some spirit? He laid a claw or two on me, unfortunately.
I've naught, miss, but my lord, he's a powerful man. He's sure to help you. Might even reward you for cutting the werewolf down.
Very well. Lead us to your lord.
And to his credit, the Baron took her in and honestly gave, like he saw his own daughter in her. So for his part, he did right by Ciri, and even took Gretka under his wing. When he could have just been like, well, fuck you. So he's not truly heartless either. Like I said.
Just who do you think you brought me, man? That's not me daughter.
And the little one?
Neither, damn it! I think I'd know my own child.
Well, might not be yours, the older one, but you've got to admit the likeness. That's downright striking. So, any chance for that reward?
You'll not see one fucking copper. Get out before I set my hounds on you.
And you can see it too, because you can immediately see when he's talking to the guy, he's fucking pissed off, and then when he talks to Ciri and Gretka, his demeanor softens.
So, stew any good?
Very. Thank you. I'd not eaten in...
Clear to see. I'm pleased you like it. Had them prepare a bath for you once you've eaten. And you could do with some sleep.
And he doesn't do it in exchange for anything in return. He genuinely cared about, you know, two women in need and could have taken advantage of them, didn't, and looked after them. So it's like they show you that the Baron, the Bloody Baron, can be an asshole. He can be a heartless fucker, but he also can show kindness and empathy where other people would have raped or fucking killed two vulnerable women. You know what I'm saying? Especially considering he's supposed to be a Bloody Baron warmonger, thirst after his enemies, and yet he shows a lot more grace to these people than most would.
Gretka in the nook behind the hearth. You in the guest room opposite the kitchen.
Thank you.
Shh. Eat now. We'll speak once you've rested. So I ordered my men to watch her and left her to rest.
And?
A topic for another time.
The little girl who showed up here with Ciri, what happened to her?
Gretke. She's safe and sound. Helps out in the kitchen. Ciri told me of the girl's parents, what they decided. So I decided not to send the lass home.
See, like, he could have thrown her out. Literally, she's not mine, and left her to die, and he's still taking care of her.
A roof over a warm corner she calls her own. She wants for nothing.
What happened to Ciri?
I've told you already. A topic for another time.
No, a topic for now. Talk.
That sharpness. What's your tone, Witcher? We wish to come to an agreement, do we not?
Take it you won't give me this information for free.
Sharp you are. I regret your loss. Commiserate. But you see, it so happens my wife and daughter are missing as well. I propose an exchange. Find my loved ones, and I shall tell you about the girl you seek. All I know.
Thing is, can I trust you? What guarantees do I have?
None whatsoever. Only my word.
Fine, I'll help you. I'll find your family, but then you'll give me every bit of information you have.
You have my word.
Indeed, to be fair, he is a man of his word.
Guard! This man's under my protection. No one's to bother him in any way. Don't stare, I've not grown horns. Treat it as a token of my good faith.
When do you see them last?
They vanished after the new moon, as if whisked away by shadows.
What do you mean, vanished?
And, like, the situation with his wife is so, like, fucked up and, like, multifaceted, where it's like, she never loved him to begin with, but he took her under her wing, his wing, and provided for her, but so she did love what he provided for her, and, like, it comes out that, like, he beat her, and you're like, oh my god, he's a bad person, but then it's revealed that she deliberately tried to get him to beat her, like, literally sitting there, and she would smack him first to get him to do it, like, literally sit there and goad him for fucking hours to get him to hurt him. So it's not like, oh, I want to beat her. Like, they had a mutually toxic fucking relationship. But, like, he genuinely loved her. For all their bullshit, for all the backstabbing, the Baron actually loved her. You know, and like I said, they do a great job of making him and the whole story around him multifaceted and complex.
Precisely that. I awoke one morn to find them gone.
Can't start searching till I know what they look like.
Tamara, my daughter, turned 19 in the spring. Slender lass, about yay tall, comes up to my shoulders. Beautiful eyes, green like her mother's. My wife, Anna, has 2 winters behind her, though she'd never admit it. Dark hair, thick as tar, keeps it tied up in a bun.
You try to search for them?
Sent men out right away, but they're not suited to it. It's one thing to rip up floorboards in search of a peasant's last sack of grain. Finding a living person, they just don't know how. Besides, Velen's naught but swamps and marshy woodland. Plenty of hard-to-find nooks. If you're looking to hide someone, this is the place.
Maybe they were kidnapped. Got any enemies?
None worth mentioning. Worthless little pricks and angry peasants is all. None would dare raise a finger against my family. Any who might have, they've been eating dirt long since.
And, you know, like, even, like, when it comes to the townsfolk, the Baron, he is a super brutal ruler. It's his way or fuck you. But he has single-handedly stopped the Empire from coming in, ransacking the place, and taking them all over and killing them. So, once again, they do a really good job of shades of gray, where it's like, man, there are parts of this guy that are really good, and then there are parts where he's a fucking asshole. And it's really hard to write an all-around nuanced character like that and make it balanced so that he's not good or bad. He's truly a flawed character. There are parts where you're like, man, he's cool, and there are parts like, man, come on. And that's what it's really hard to write a character like that. It's much easier to put a character strictly in a good group where they're just like they can do no wrong or they're fucking mustache where they're evil. It's a lot harder to write a character that is good and bad with nuance. But the Witcher games have always excelled at fucking writing, so
I'll need to know a lot more than that. Can I see their rooms?
What for?
I need clues. Anything to latch onto.
I'll not let a stranger pore through their belongings.
Want me to find them or not?
I do.
Then let me work.
Fine. But I shall go with you. The doors are locked.
even like the rooms, they've been missing for weeks now. He kept their room exactly how they left it, would not let anyone enter their rooms. Okay? Because he wanted it to be exactly as it was when they left it. Because he loved them. In his own fucked up way, he genuinely loved his family. There's nothing he would not do for his daughter. Okay? So it's like they have this guy who's so brutal in so many other ways, but then a super loving dad. Which, honestly, in that regard, kind of reminds me of Tony Soprano, where they'll literally show him fucking strangling a guy and wringing his neck one scene, and then hugging his daughter tenderly the next. You know, where he's multifaceted. A lot of people are not just good or evil. Okay? People are flawed. We have faults. I'm not perfect. I know a lot of people aren't perfect. And so it's harder to capture that. It's much easier to just paint in strokes of black and white. It's much harder to write a character that is a more well-rounded, that has failings, you know? And even people who are good. I like to think that I tried to live my life in a good way. I hope ultimately I'm a good person. Ultimately, that's, you know, I'm biased to say that whether I am or not. But I have tried to live my life good. And, you know, I have certainly made mistakes. And done things I'm not proud of. And hurt people. You know? I'm not like a serial killer or anything. It's like, not that anyone can prove in court. I'm sorry. But I've definitely made my fair share of mistakes. But nobody's perfect, you know? And you take what you do and you take the mistakes that you made and you learn from them, hopefully, okay? And I'm a big proponent of that school of thought, the quest for betterment. I believe in striving to better yourself. That is something that I believe in the merits of. Bettering yourself, you know? I don't believe that people should be perfect. I don't believe, that people should not make mistakes, but I do believe people should constantly be striving to do better. Day after day after day. And improvement. And I'm never satisfied with myself. I'm always pushing myself to be greater. And I'm going to save here, and I'm going to take a short break. Well, I think I try to keep these parts to a shorter length, just to make it more manageable for people to watch. Well, thank you for watching. If you like what you see, you should like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in a bit. Thank you.